So glad to have you back with us. We certainly missed you, and now just in time that Darcy's back, and it's time for us to get busy and get our children back in the classrooms as summer is almost over.
A new report released today by the Annie Casey Foundation shows some students are struggling with their mental health. The study looks at kids ages 3 to 17 through 2020. The report shows a 26% increase nationwide in anxiety and depression. Here in South Carolina, mental health challenges increased 55% from 2016 to 2020, one of 6 states with an increase of more than 50%. The report also shows the kids and teen death rate in South Carolina increased by 13% in the last decade.
As school bells are ringing across the Midlands for so many parents, safety, of course, is top in minds as we send our babies back to school. News 19's Becky Buds joins us live with more on how our school resource officers are preparing for the kids to return. What'd you find out, Becky?
Andrea, according to the CDC, nearly 1 in 5 children are living with mental disorders. That's why school resource officers from the Richland County Sheriff's Department are learning better ways to help students experiencing mental health crises.
I think it's easy to just dismiss a lot of emotions as kids being kids, but that's their way of expressing themselves.
Mental health is top of mind for Carla Clausen, a mom to 3 young kids.
About it, and I think about how surprising it is that I'm thinking about it at a young age.
The 2022 Kids Count data book shows South Carolina is one of 6 states that saw an increase of more than 50% in children's anxiety or depression from 2016 to 2020. That data is why Fred Riddle with the National Alliance on Mental Illness says crisis intervention training for student resource officers is so important.
So they're going to be good resources for us at NAMI to when they have students who are having mental illness in this plant, get them resources, family resources, get the school involved in it.
The hours-long training focuses on de-escalation, intervention, and communication tactics. Lieutenant of the School Resource Officer Division, Verlin Rhodes, says the most impactful thing an officer can do is build relationships.
And hopefully if they do have some type of mental breakdown or whatever, they'll be able to relate to us by seeing us each and every day, talking to them in a calm manner.
For officers and counselors, crisis intervention training brings a new approach to saving lives.
We don't want these law enforcement officers to get hurt. We don't want clients to get hurt.
And the State Department of Mental Health is also working to put a mental health counselor in every South Carolina school in the coming years. Reporting live in Columbia, Becky Buds, News 19 WLTX.
Thank you. School resource officers, let's talk a little bit more about them. They are a partnership between the Richland County Sheriff's Department and the county you live in and the school district. Specifically, we're talking about Richland County now. They're sworn law enforcement officers who are chosen to be an SRO by a panel of Midlands educators and members of the Sheriff's Department. They are then required to complete a school resource officer training program. In addition to protecting the school by enforcing all state and local laws, they also serve as educators, teaching students about drugs, gang resistance, peer pressure, internet safety, conflict resolution, and much more. SROs also serve as counselors to students, staff, and parents when it comes to law-related problems, and they help them get in contact with the agencies that can assist them with their issues.
The American Psychological Association says that heightened law enforcement presence and active shooter drills could actually increase anxiety and stress and depression in kids. In the last few years, we've experienced what is called the APA cause of ongoing backdrop of violence. Now, it's highly publicized mass shootings, like school shootings, are creating collective trauma for everybody that's witnessing them, like Uvalde. According to the APA, a third of adults in certain places and events are due to fear related to mass shootings.
There isn't a quick fix for anxiety and depression, and mental health care can be inaccessible or expensive. Here are a few cost-free tips to help you with your symptoms from anxiety and depression. Step back from work or other tasks to get out of your head. You should also eat a well-balanced meal to keep your energy up. Limit alcohol and caffeine. They can aggravate your anxiety and even trigger panic attacks. Make sure you're getting enough sleep and exercise daily to promote positive brain chemicals. And remember to be honest about how you're feeling. Tell friends and family when you're feeling overwhelmed.